Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, coming to you from our happy place. Yes, and I am at my happy place by myself in the physical, I should say. I haven't been to the beach by myself. I think it's been like 2 years, maybe, or so. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But I'm by myself on land, but in this water, these fish, I haven't seen so many fish. Like, I've been underneath there playing with them, splashing with them, and carrying on. I'm sure people looking at me like, this lady is over here having a ball by herself. I have my speaker. I was listening to music, which I do usually, but yeah. So today's Mindset Monday. How my traumas help shape my perception about love. Because I too, and I'm not going to sit here and go through the whole share my trauma, who had it worse story, okay? I had a mother who was emotionally negligent. It took me a while to realize that. I didn't realize that. And it took me a while to get there. To realize, I mean, I know how the way she displayed her emotions was not, I pushed the stop button, sorry. I know the way she displayed her emotions was not the best. But like, to realize, no, that's traumatizing. that was inflicting, right? That was something that imprinted, because it shaped how I am or was, how I used to be. Sometimes it still flickers up in my grown woman life. So, and there's a lot of parts of my life that I can't even share with her or get like her perspective, because she never really she never experienced it. She never don't get me wrong, my mom's not a simp, but she is a Jehovah's Witness. And she's been that for more than half her life. I think she became a witness in her 20s with my dad. So my dad actually converted her. But anyway, and his ass was absent. I didn't even grow up with him. But I did, anyway, yeah. My daddy got 9 children, I believe. My mom and him my mom was his first wife. Him and her had 3, my elder siblings. Then he came to America and had 2. And then went back to Jamaica. My mom got pregnant with me. They moved to America. And then here we go. LaShaw's on the road. And he's still living that life to this day. But anyway, yeah. So, having those traumas, being in a domestic violent relationship, marriage, my first marriage, that was my experience. And I mean, I had the signs, but I ignored the signs. And then even experiencing homelessness and not finishing school, having a diploma, lying about that shit, being in jail, that shit was traumatic. It's still, as I grew, I literally was able to see the role that I played in it, how I made the choices that made me experience it, the devils that I was attracting, the traumas that I was attracting, and how it caused me to grow. Because some of the things I went through, I was like, never fucking again. Ever. I don't ever. That will not be me. Okay? So, experiencing those traumatic events, right, caused me to see that not everybody should be painted not everybody that experienced those traumatic events with you should be painted as a demon. Stay with me. I know I'm attracting the devils, right? Which is the behavior, okay? But the vessel, the demon, at times they're just fulfilling their roles as well. We all came here to experience things. Now, that doesn't mean, I've forgiven people that have caused me pain. Well, that's false. Let me rewrite that. If I edit it, I would cut that out. But the fish taking it back for me. Yeah, I've forgiven them because I recognize the role that they've played, and I recognize how they were reflecting certain things to me to help me in my path right now, how I chose to release that, experience it, release it, forgive it, but I haven't forgotten it. That's what I wanted to say, right? I see who you are. I see the role that you've come here to play. You're a chaos agent, okay? You have different agents, and chaos agents are one of them. I almost dropped my phone, y'all, okay? So you can't be mad at that, because holding on to that shit, those people that make you feel that way, that cause certain feelings inside of you, because they don't make you feel that way, but they trigger those feelings because that is the frequency that they are on. And you apparently are on that same frequency, or else you wouldn't be experiencing it. You just may not always reside in that frequency the whole time. Like, I see how all of that comes back to correlation of love. Because if you, and don't eat me, y'all, don't eat me, but I'm talking from a spiritual sense, and may go over some of y'all heads right now. But if you love me enough to fulfill the role that you came here to play, and said, if we ever happen to meet paths because of certain decisions that we've made, this is the role I'm going to play in your life. Now, you do have some of those that are just like free radicals. Now, you come against that, then that's unfortunate, but they still are in a role to play, but they may be free radicals in the sense of they don't have no contracts. They don't have no bonds with nobody. They're just here because they're miserable as fuck, and that's what they want to do. So you may not have had an agreement. A lot of these brutal things, these sadistic things, are free radicals. Those that they're just here, and they just inhibit that energy, because that energy is here too. It hasn't been eradicated yet. It has enough things to feed off of, the fear and the imagination. People are still conjuring up and opening up their minds to that frequency. It's tapping, it's knocking. There's frequencies. Energy never dies. So there's frequencies of all types of shit that you don't like, which is why, we're all here closely related, but experience the same thing just in different packaging. That's why I say shit, and I'm like, oh, I was just thinking that, I was just feeling that, or I've been through that. So the traumas that I went through, being evicted, panhandling, like I said, my ex-husband cheated on me. Like, I was like, why are you cheating on me? Do you know who I am? I've always been this way. I've always been open to love. I've always been open to love in any form when it comes to the divine masculine and feminine. Let me be clear with that, because nowadays y'all niggas is into some weird animals and shit. We're not doing that. But anyway, yeah. And I'm like, why would you cheat on me? But anyway, that energy of going through that experience allowed me to see, okay, I'm chasing this one thing and I got it, but it's mixed up with this other thing because I was insecure in a certain way, which is why I was chasing something in the first fucking place. Shouldn't be chasing nothing. You shouldn't be chasing anything. You are the prize. You are the bag. You are it. You are the sauce. You are the mojo. You are the everything. You shouldn't be chasing shit. You shouldn't be anxious about anything. Seriously, go to the beach. Go to the beach and play with the fucking fish. And if you don't see no fish, then conjure them up. Get into the water and be like, I'd like to see some fish. I'm seeing little baby fish, big blood clot fish. could turn this around so you can see there was a big Ross Clave. I thought it was a shark at first. I'm like, no, it's not a shark because it had a fin. But it was so big and it came and swam up like right there with me. I said, okay, Rodton. So many fish. But you enjoy the rest of your week and know that regardless of, like, process your traumas. It took time for me to get to this point, please, y'all. It was not overnight. It can be overnight if you want it to be, but most of the time people aren't willing to do overnight because their mind is like, no. And when I say overnight, I mean, days. You can program yourself to be like, okay, I'm done, I'm over it. And I let this shit go. And within 3 days be like, what? Who? No, I'm good. I'm fine. Like, whatever. It was a blip in the matrix. And then you give it some other time and you won't even remember certain aspects of the traumatic event. Because you'll be so gone. Okay? So that is that. I love you all. Listen, let me tell you about how I love you all. Shout out. I don't know if you watch me on YouTube, but shout out to the person that purchased my guidance sessions. It is live on my website, but I've been saying I'm going to do it, but I didn't push a text message. I didn't push emails. I just put it up on my website over the weekend. It went live and then someone purchased it and I have limited spots. So shout out to you for being the top tier because I don't have a lot of those slots open. Mentoring, coaching, guidance is something I've done, again, my whole life, but mostly in person, like here where I live. But I did one virtually with a beautiful soul, one of my clients, and they watched, so hello, love. But I did one virtual and I saw a change, I saw a shift. And from there, I was like, okay, I need to open this up to everybody. It's just, I had to get out of my own way. I had to not let the trauma of it's oversaturated. It's not this, it's not enough. Nobody want to see you. It's not valuable. And then boom, here we go with like zero minimal. So I will put the link in the description for my website. And yesterday was my daughter's 21st birthday. So I will give it to Sunday. I'll give her. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. Resistance. I'm trying to think how to say it. I will offer payment options for the event. For the sessions. You just have to email me. info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. Email me for the payment options for it. And I think I might put the flyer as the marquee for this video. So if you see the flyer, that's why. As I sit here and think about it, because I need to, Spirit's like, talk. So we're gonna talk. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's so beautiful. Don't stay in them traumas, man. Let the traumas go. Go and wash it away. Rebaptize yourself. Feel good. In the name of you. Rebaptize yourself in the name of you. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.